Hi there, it's Glenn here. In this addendum video for the Slob Article Sorting Centre, there's a couple of points that I should have raised more loudly in the previous video. And also, there are occasions when the authors of articles don't actually categorise their articles properly, so they just put them into the root category. So here we have, for example, 3 articles that probably could be sub-niched into other categories, but the author hasn't bothered. So let's see how you deal with that. So the first thing I want to do within the email is grab something that's unique for that particular category, as with all the others. So I'm just going to highlight the whole lot of that text. So I'm then going to create a rule out of that, or a filter out of that. And I'm going to include those words as in the previous article, and then create filter for this search. Now what you'll discover, of course, is that all of the other categories have that exact phrase as well. So what we need to do is to actually do something which makes it more unique, and the way to do that is to actually put a quote around it. So I've put a quote at the front and the end, like so, double quotes as you can see there. Then we create a filter based on that rule, that text. Then it comes out of confirm filter creation, because you're actually using characters they wouldn't normally expect to see. So we're going to click on OK for that. And as you can see now, it's only matching 3 conversations. The 3 conversations that are in our inbox, which is the final set of categories that we're filtering. So as usual, skip the inbox, choose a category. Now I'm not going to create a subcategory or sub-label. I'm simply going to put it into the root label, business blog. You'll see there are some already. I did a previous recording, unfortunately it didn't record my audio, so I've had to reverse engineer the original filter, but it's left the original emails in the label too. So I'm simply going to apply the filter to the 3 matching conversations, and then create filter. And as you can see now, go to the inbox, the last 3 have vanished. They are now in the root directory, which allows us then to categorize those as we see fit for our needs. Now I should also point out that just because somebody's put something in another category or within another, that we've applied labels to, doesn't necessarily mean that the original writer's got that right, and you do have the option of overwriting those categories if you so desire, and put them where you think it's more appropriate for your needs. So the other thing I want to do is to actually come back to show you that we now have inbox 0, so anytime a new email comes in, if it matches any of those filters, it will automatically go into the appropriate label. And you see that's not going to, it looks like a lot of work at the moment, but I can assure you that when we're finished it's going to look really nice. So the next thing I want to do is to actually make this area even tidier. So because this is the setup progress bar, I'm simply going to click on the dismiss X there, which then gives us a much cleaner interface there. Now the other thing I want to do is to actually hide some of the other labels here. So I'm going to click on the cog again, the settings cog, and again down to settings. I'm going to click on labels, and you'll see here under system labels, you'll see a number of them are on show. So what we do is if we hide them, we've now just got the inbox plus our own labels. The other thing I probably should have emphasised a bit more in the previous video was, I don't know if you remember me clicking on these show in label lists. So originally it's on show, then I clicked on hide, and you can see now everything's hidden. Go back to show again, and then we have show if unread, and that's the important one. So if it's got any unread emails within this label and sub-labels, it's going to actually show that label and all the other labels within it that actually have content with. So what we're ideally trying to end up with is that once these emails have been dealt with on a daily basis, this is several days worth, so it looks like quite a lot, but actually this is spanning several days, so it's really not much work to do each day. So what you will end up with eventually is that. So I then go back to inbox. That is what you could expect when you reach true inbox 0, and that is what we're aiming at. And we've actually done all the setup that we require to do that. I'm simply going to come back here and actually scroll down to show if unread. So that's what we actually need. So that's the conclusion of this video. I hope you found it useful. You might actually find this useful if you actually deal with other Gmail accounts of your own needs. If you want to actually tidy that up a lot, I'm sure that these videos are going to be very useful for other purposes as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.